अस्सलामुअलैकुम। सोशल रिव्यू के एक और प्रोग्राम के साथ मैं हूं आपकी मेज़बान समीन नवाज़। आज हम एक मरतबा फिर कुछ बात करेंगे इमिग्रेशन के मसाइल के हवाले से, और इमिग्रेशन के मसाइल से मुताल्लिक़ जो कुछ सवालात लोगों के जहनों में जन्म लेते हैं, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग यहाँ अमरीका में ऐसे मौजूद हैं जो तवील अरसे से यहाँ पर रिहाइश इख्तियार किए हुए हैं, लेकिन उनकी फ़ैमिली के कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं, उनकी मिसेज़ हैं, उनके बच्चे हैं, उनके बहन भाई हैं, जिनको वो अमेरिका लाने के लिए अभी तक कोशिशें करते हुए नज़र आ रहे हैं। गो के जो एक टाइम पीरियड मुख्तस है इस तमाम तर मरहले के लिए वो बता दिया गया है, लेकिन गुज़िश्ता 2-2.5 साल के दौरान कोविड की वजह से इमिग्रेशन के बहुत सारे मसाइल जन्म लेते हुए नज़र आ रहे हैं, जिनको हल करने के लिए और जिनको बेहतर तरीके से सॉल्व करने के लिए हम गाहे बगाहे आपके साथ इमिग्रेशन के इशूज़ पर ये प्रोग्राम करते रहते हैं। तो ऐसे ही एक और प्रोग्राम के साथ हम आज एक बार फिर हाजिर हैं, जिसमें हमारे साथ मौजूद होंगे इमिग्रेशन अटर्नी जनाब जोनाथन अफ्तालियन। उनसे हम कुछ बातचीत करेंगे और कुछ सवालात के जवाबात जानना चाहेंगे इमिग्रेशन के मसाइल के हवाले से, लेकिन एक ब्रेक के बाद। नाज़रीन, प्रोग्राम सोशल रिव्यू में एक बार फिर आपको खुशामदीद कहेंगे। इमिग्रेशन के इशू के ऊपर प्रोग्राम के लिए आज एक मरतबा फिर हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं जोनाथन अफ्तालियन, इमिग्रेशन अटर्नी। इनसे हम कुछ बातचीत करेंगे और जानेंगे कि जो इशूज़ अब तक सॉल्व नहीं हो सके हैं, आखिर ये कब तक हल हो सकेंगे। थैंक यू जोनाथन फॉर योर टाइम। कैन यू प्लीज़ अपडेट अस ऑन इमिग्रेशन रिफॉर्म बिल?
Sure. So that bill is currently going through the House, and it needs to have a lot more signatures on it compared to where we want to be. That's a great bill, and we're very optimistic about it. I'm just not sure if this is the right administration that's going to get it through. The Democrats need to be able to have the House and the Senate in order for that type of a bill to go through. So although that we're seeing positive traction right now, I don't know if it's going to happen in the Biden administration. It may have to be the next administration, depending on if the Democrats could win both the House and the Senate.
Jonathan, does immigration reform bill helps everyone who doesn't have legal status?
It will have limitations. So if you've been here unlawfully, it could possibly help you. But if you've had, for example, criminal issues, if you've gotten in trouble with the law, if you've been arrested or convicted, then there are certain conditions that that if you don't qualify, that may make you inapplicable for that reform, for that type of legal status. So it does help a lot of people, but it probably won't help everyone.
Jonathan, can H-1B visa holders extend their visa after expiration?
The H-1B visas can be extended and they can be renewed up to a certain extent. However, it must be done before the expiration of the visa. If the visa has already expired, then that individual would be here, most likely would be here unlawfully. I'm not sure about the specific facts of the case, but if your visa expires, you need to go back. So if you have a valid visa that is about to expire, it's a good time to speak to the employer. It's a good time to speak to an attorney to see what can be done in terms of extending the visa. If the visa is already expired, then most likely you are already here unlawfully, and it cannot be extended further.
Okay, there is a huge sense of optimism among immigrant community. Do you think some of them will be disappointed?
a lot of my practice is suing the government on a weekly basis. And we're doing as many lawsuits with the Biden administration as we did with the Trump administration. In a lot of respects, I call it the Trump 2.0 administration in terms of immigration. So there were a lot of promises that Biden administration came in and he has not delivered on. He's been very tough on the border. He just renewed the policy that Trump initiated for the people coming across the border and claiming asylum, where now their hearings are actually being held in Mexico and they're not even allowed to come here to claim for that in certain situations. So that's the MPP program that Biden has actually renewed. Embassies are still delaying cases in terms of visas. USCIS here domestically is still delaying cases. They constantly blame the pandemic and coronavirus. However, it's been almost a year since everything has been back to normal. The offices have been open. So at this point, the Biden administration has overpromised and underdelivered.
Jonathan, if I have family overseas, what would be the best time to apply for them?
So if you have family overseas, a lot of people didn't file petitions for their family members because of coronavirus, because embassies were closed. Right now is a great time to apply. If you're a U.S. citizen and you have an immediate relative who's a parent, spouse, or a child, they are actually adjudicating these cases faster than pre-pandemic levels. So right now is actually the best time to apply for a family member. And if you're a green card holder, they have also resumed their services. It's not as fast as U.S. citizens, but it's right now a great time to actually apply for your family members abroad.
Jonathan, what is going on with the U.S. embassies and consulates who process visas? Are they now open? Is there a significant delay?
So right now the U.S. embassies and consulates abroad are open. I've been to them personally. You don't necessarily go into the rooms like you used to. You're by the windows, but they are open for operation. The workers at those embassies and consulates have been vaccinated, and in rare occasions they'll close depending on what's going on in the country. But things are back to being processed, and embassies are open.
ओके, एक ब्रेक लेंगे. ब्रेक के बाद वापस आएंगे तो कुछ मजीद सवालात हैं जिनके जवाब जॉनथन से लेना चाहेंगे, लेकिन एक ब्रेक के बाद हमारे साथ रहिए. नाज़रीन, प्रोग्राम में एक बार फिर आपको खुशामदीद कहेंगे. इमिग्रेशन अटर्नी जॉनथन अफ्तालिया ने एक मरतबा फिर हमारे साथ आज के इस प्रोग्राम में मौजूद हैं. और जिस तरह ब्रेक पे जाने से कबल बात हो रही थी इमिग्रेंट्स के हवाले से, इमिग्रेशन के कुछ मसाइल के हवाले से, तो एक मरतबा फिर इसी मुताल्लिक़ कुछ मज़ीद सवालात करेंगे, लेकिन ये होंगे असाइलम से मुताल्लिक़. Jonathan, if someone apply for asylum right now, what's the time they take for interview?
That's a good question, and the answer is we don't know, because the Trump administration was very clear that they wanted to do first in, first out. The people that were first coming across the border, they were the ones getting interviews 2, 3, 4 weeks after they got here, because Trump wanted to get as many people back out as possible. And asylum is hard. A lot of the times you lose the asylum claim, especially if you don't have an attorney. So that's why he did that policy. Now, Biden hasn't specifically said if like what his policy is. He just said he's not doing first in, first out. We don't know if that means he's starting from the beginning and the people that have been waiting 6-7 years are going to be the first ones called to interview. I haven't seen that happen. All the people that have been waiting for their interviews for multiple years from February when Biden took office, they're still waiting right now. So he hasn't come out exactly and said what it is, but we know it's not first in, first out.
Okay, it's harder or easier to get asylum in Biden administration?
Certain people believe that it's easier. I mean, Trump was harder on immigration in general, and Trump was a strong promoter of like he was anti-asylum seeker, I would say. Biden seems more open to it, so maybe it's a little bit easier. But it all depends on the officers. It all depends on the judges. Those are the ones specifically adjudicating the case. But in terms of top down, I believe Biden is a lot more relaxed than Trump was in terms of immigration. So that could be right now is a better time to apply for asylum than during the Trump administration.
Jonathan, what is going on with work authorization with asylum seekers?
This is a great question because a lot of people come here and they want to claim asylum and they want to work. Trump did change the policy last August, in August 2020, saying that instead of waiting 150 days before you file for a work authorization with asylum, you now have to wait 365 days. So it's an entire year that you're here in the United States and you're not able to work, and it's very tough for a lot of people. Now, there are specific organizations that have won lawsuits against the government where if you do become a member of these organizations, they do allow you to bypass that Trump new policy about the employment authorization. So if you are an asylum holder and you do want work authorization within a year, it's a good time to contact either me or any other immigration attorney to see whether you qualify to become a member of that organization, and you may be able to have your work authorization sooner than the 1 year.
Is there anything that can be done if asylum seekers have been waiting over 3 years for an interview?
The asylum seekers have been waiting a long time right now for interviews. The Trump administration did the first in, first out policy. So everyone who was coming in was getting interviews first, and it pushed everyone else back who's been waiting 3, 4, 5 years. So there are cases where you can file in federal court and explain to the judge that these delays are unreasonable. And there has been cases that have been won and interviews have been granted because of these unlawful delays on behalf of the government.
Jonathan, what's the process if you delayed with the asylum interview? What's the process to get interview appointment?
So right now, there are a lot of people that are delayed for asylum interview appointments. So the best way to do it is to file a federal lawsuit. There's actually federal lawsuits that we do at our firm, or where it's you gather a lot of plaintiffs who have similar issues. We're going to do one with at least 3 years. So if you've been waiting at least 3 years, it's a good time to contact us, where we show the government that it's an unreasonable delay. It's called a writ of mandamus, where the government has a reasonable amount of time to do their duties. So there's a duty owed to you as an asylum seeker to have you file your asylum application. They give you your interview. Now, if they're neglecting their duties, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they're unreasonably delaying your case, which we would argue unreasonable delay is 3 or more years, then you are entitled to an interview, and the judge can actually force the government to give you that interview hearing. Now, it's not for everyone, because sometimes you don't have the strongest asylum case and you're here, you're working, everything is going okay. Some people don't want to have their interviews right away. But if you're at a point right now where you feel very confident about your case and you just want it to be resolved, and you've been waiting at least 3 years. There's a lot of people I know, they've been waiting 5, 6, even 7 years for their interviews. Then it's a great time to join in onto a federal lawsuit to force the government to do action.
थैंक यू सो मच। जोनाथन अफ्तालियन हमारे साथ मौजूद थे, इमिग्रेशन अटर्नी, और हम कुछ बातचीत कर रहे थे इमिग्रेशन से मुताल्लिक़ मसाइल के हवाले से। और जिस तरह से अक्सर जोनाथन हमारे साथ मौजूद होते हैं प्रोग्राम्स में, और हम ये बताने की कोशिश करते हैं, और ये हमारे जो नाज़रीन हैं जिनको इस तरह के मुख्तलिफ मसाइल दरपेश हैं, असाइलम से मुताल्लिक़, फैमिली रिलेटेड इशूज़ हैं, कुछ और दीगर मसाइल हैं, तो उनको किस तरह से बेहतर तरीके से हल किया जा सकता है, किस तरह से हम इमिग्रेशन अटर्नी इसके मशवरे लेकर और उनकी एडवाइस हासिल करके इन मसाइल को जल्द अज जल्द सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। लिहाजा हम अक्सर जोनाथन को इनवाइट करते हैं और ये बताते हैं कि इमिग्रेशन से मुताल्लिक़ मसाइल अब पहले से जल्द हल हो रहे हैं और पहले से कम वक्त में ज़्यादा बेहतर तरीके से सॉल्व किए जा रहे हैं। आज के इस प्रोग्राम के लिए इतना ही। अगले हफ्ते एक और प्रोग्राम के साथ हाजिर होंगे। प्रोग्राम टीम के साथ समीन नवाज़ को इजाज़त दीजिए। अल्लाह निगहबान।